unexpected team versus a gigantic Lash ult. Oh my god, man. Yeah. And right, even if you're playing gun, you can still hit baddie ult. You can still hit 5-man, 4-man ults, man. E6 lobbies are being dominated by Gun Lash. Yes, you heard that right. Gun Lash. Not Slam, not Fog, not ult. Gun Lash. It's Headhunter Rush into Recharging Rush, and then you just build debuff items like Crippling, Siphon, Toxic, whatever you need. It is all due to 2 points into Flog, giving +7 weapon damage for 10 seconds. That combo of Recharging Rush and Headhunter instantly proccing it makes it really, really strong. So I figured let's go through and spectate a Lash player. I'm a Lash player myself. I currently have double up arrow on Lash because of this build. I've been going pretty well. And the Lash player I decided to choose, not just because he's my boy, but because he is, in my opinion, the best Lash player in NA right now. He's kind of fallen off the leaderboard, but he did peak rank 3. I'll throw that up on the screen. And he swears by full slam. He swears by full slam Lash. And they even got my boy playing it. Yeah, so this is what the build will look something like. It's typically Siphon, Crippling, Headhunter, Resto Locket, Recharging Rush. And then, obviously, you need Stamina Mastery on Lash. Bullet Resist Shredder and QSR and Tank Buster are really just for that Flog heal. And Bullet Resist Shredder, obviously, your Gun Lash, Bullet Resist Shredder is good. And then just the extra charge to enable the extra charges of that grapple. Anyways, guys, let's get into this and see how a meta slave dominates. Yes, dominates an E6 lobby. Okay, so this is the first thing that I want to mention before we even get into it. He does still start slam and does still put a slam. Excuse me. He does still start slam and still puts a point into ground strike early in the lane. Just Lash puts out so much pressure in lane. If he hits a slam right here, it's going to do 220 damage to whoever he hits. And he turned it away. That's okay. He is in 20 seconds. He can do it again. And he can do it again. And he can do it again. And he can do it again. Slam is going to be Lash's biggest asset throughout lane, even in the gun build. And if we're paying attention to the bar at the bottom here, he dies twice in lane and manages to come back for a flawless game after that. Bomb start, Bebop. He ends up playing very passively in lane.
I can do this all day. I see the enemy.
See, here if he's not playing Gun Lash, he normally goes Mystic Burst. But it seems like he's saving. He's not even buying Headshot Booster or Mystic Burst. Okay, but now he goes to buy. And it's Headshot Booster, okay. So he does value the Headshot Booster higher than the Mystic Burst right now. He thinks that, what is it? It's 45 extra damage on a 9-second cooldown, whereas Mystic Burst is 40 extra damage on a 14-second cooldown? Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? It makes sense. Yeah, just a bad slam on a silver with 2-up. Didn't know if the Bebop had hook or not. Also, could have been something that we take into account.
If I'm gonna be up close, you won't stop me. Show you why I'm the best. If I'm gonna be up close, you won't stop me.
I was gonna say, I could have swore he had vlogged this entire time. Why didn't he vlog me? There he goes, but...
I see the enemy.
Ooh, this is very unfortunate. This is a very big mistake by them. If we go back and keep the camera here, you're not allowed to go back and keep the camera there. So if we pay attention for the next 20 seconds or so, we'll see while they're fighting, the heal creep is going to go over here, and it's going to walk under their tower while they're fighting, and it's going to die to the tower and the wave, and they don't get the heal proc from it. Is it in the ground? Okay, they do get the heal proc. It was just hiding in the ground.
CP bump.
I mean, yeah, this is just a lane that he really doesn't want to trade with, and it seems like he's kind of getting baited into fighting with his Drifter. So hopefully the Drifter gets the double kill here. Okay, unfortunate. So let's not really focus too much on the laning phase. I'll probably skip past most of that, except for the starting with ground strike, pointing ground strike, right? So yeah, immediately this game's not looking great. They are double our net worth in lane. Feels really, really bad. We get a little bit of a solo wave to get back into the game. I assume that Drifter kind of pissed him off, so he just solo farmed the entire wave. I'd rather have one of us be kind of close to into the game than none of us in the game at all, so it makes sense. Then he's gonna go new boxes here and let his Drifter catch this wave solo? Interesting. Oh no, he's looking for the gank mid. So immediately this game is not going well for them. They're 3k down at 5 minutes. This is gonna be a really hard game to come back from, but they managed to do it. And not only are they 3k down, he's 2k down on his lane. So this is going to be an insane comeback here for Shires. Drifter died to the wave. So right now, we're just kind of playing Lash, right? We have $2,400 worth of items. It's QSR and headshot booster. That's just the regular Lash build. We're going to start to see the gun Lash build here in just a second once he probably goes headshot. Once he goes Headhunter and probably looks to pick up Extra Charge, Headhunter, Recharging Rush as his next few items here. And this triple kill is really what brings them back into the game. Yeah, he's just going to go Headhunter here, as I said.
Her strength will be yours.
Let's push Broadway.
Yeah, that's just the regular Lash thing. She would have died if we weren't playing Gun Lash. We had any item other than Headhunter, but
Our yellow guardian has been
here we're going to immediately look to gank this, as Mina should die swiftly, as Kelvin should die swiftly after or prior.
Lash is living up to his reputation. Our green walker is under attack.
And yeah, I mean, not even triple kill, quadruple kill there, right? And just like that, he's back into the game. So, this is going to be a great time to talk about how you should be playing from behind on certain roles. When you are on these, I want to say spirit carries, but these, like, not necessarily main M1 carries, the way that you can look to get back into the game isn't the same as M1 characters, as your position 1, your carry characters. The way that you need to look to get back into the game is by hitting boxes and looking for good timings to roam and gank. He saw the silver out of position, roamed, killed the silver, saw 3 other people low, roamed and killed them. And sure, you know, they were probably overextended, whatnot, but looking for opportunities like that is what is going to get you back into the game. And at this point, he's the strongest in the lobby now from being 2k down on his lane. Right? Strongest in the lobby besides for the Bebop, but he's still almost even in souls with the Bebop now. So these timings and these roamings is how you're going to look to get back into the game on characters that aren't looking to eat up farm. Because you want to leave the farm for your characters that are looking to get ahead, your Infernus, then even for your position 2 characters, which are your, you know, more spirit-oriented carry characters, which are like your Minas, your Shivs, Celeste, stuff like that. Leaving the farm open for those characters, in this comp it's his Drifter and Infernus are the people that he wants to leave the farm for, and looking for kills in order to push them to get a lead so that they can have space to farm and space to exist. So right now is where I really want to start paying attention to how he plays the game in comparison to how you would normally play the game on regular Lash. The overall macro decisions are probably going to be very similar, but I'm looking for more micro on how he's using his grapples, how he's using his flog. Is he using flog for QSR, right, for the reload, instead of using QSR for the burst healing and early damage? Right, because normally your combo on Lash is grapple, slam, flog, right? But now, when he's going into fights, is it going to be grapple, slam, shoot, 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 flog? Or is it going to be he's looking to reload afterwards with his flog? Once his flog gets off of its 10-second cooldown, maybe looking for that. Yeah, and exactly what I thought was going to happen here. He hits his gun spike and is immediately looking to hit his spirit spike afterwards. And now it's 9 minutes and 30 seconds. He really wants to start looking towards the yellow lane and trying to get a little bit of priority for his team to be able to grab this urn. Buffs are spawning. This is a very good fight for them to be taking. Unfortunately, the Billy is Drifter rather, is way too early, spamming GG. Now, okay. This video is for me to learn about Gunlash. But also, I'm going to take the opportunities to impart knowledge onto you guys about macro states and stuff like that. So right now, if we look, I'm whipping out the pen. Do not play with me when I got my pen out. Let's look at what's happening right here. 10 minutes just hit. Urn just spawned. All of their waves are either neutral or pushing all of the enemy's waves because they still have these two towers, right? So now they have this buff, are up 5k, and have prio for the urn. What can we do as a team in order to circumvent this? There's really nothing. There's really nothing in this current state, right? In this current state with 2 people here, 2 people on blue, right? 2 people on blue, as well as, I don't know why it's not letting me circle those, 2 people on blue, as well as 2 people in spawn, man. We have 2 people in spawn. So with this macro state, there is nothing that we could have done. What could we have done? Maybe we could have stacked for this buff and then looked to convert it into this tower. Maybe we could have stacked for this buff and looked to convert it into this tower. Or maybe we could have been 5-man here already. 5-man here already. So at this point, there's really nothing that we can look for on this side. But, you know, in a perfect world, there's nothing that we can look for on this side. But now we see the Mina rotating back over to the other side. And this Vin stepping up really, really far. And we just get her out of this guy. Just very, very well played from our Lash. Recognizing that he used the flog there early. Let's go back and watch that back. Used the flog early. And just ripped her out of this guy.
Let me show y'all how it's done. Or do you want me to slap you around some more?
We're going to look to shove one more here and hopefully get back to the other side in order to be ready for the urn. Our Infernus unfortunately dies on the other side of the map, and their wave is pushed into our Walker on the other side of the map, so it doesn't look like we're going to be able to contest this urn. So he recognizes this and immediately makes the call. Let's get some damage on this Walker. If nobody shows up, I might be able to get the Walker. If somebody shows up, maybe I can get a solo kill, right? And he just gets a little bit of damage. Says, that's not me, bro. That's not me. Probably, maybe could have looked to ult the Vindicta here. Maybe could have looked to ult the Vindicta. She's full HP. She's only 7k. I don't know. It's a tough decision. I think I'm happy with the one that he made. Because now what he should do is start looking to rotate over to this tower to help his Paradox take this, or continue to invade the enemy farm. Either or. And at this point, he's looking to fight around the people on his team that are strong. Now, necessarily strong doesn't point to souls, right? Immediately when I say strong, you're going to think that I'm talking about the other person on his team that's 12k. That's not necessarily true. Infernus can be pretty strong at this point in time because he has his ultimate. Abrams as well can be strong because he has his ultimate. And Grey Talon having her ult also means that at any point that she can be available to act in the fight. Get a little bit of value even cross map. See, this is a little Lash specific thing there, but he made sure to hit every single one of those tier 1 camps with the flog because the extra time of lining it up saves you the time of punching them or shooting them. I think that is a very worth thing to do. And yep, immediately, once he sees an opportunity that he can look for a fight, he is immediately going to look onto this Bebop with this guy. Because despite the Bebop being 16k, he saw a fight happening on the other side of the map. He knows that he can do something here. He has ult. Yeah. And with the Paradox following up, guy is probably just dead. And see, we see how much damage he just did with pure gun damage. Okay, let's actually break down this escape sequence here. Let's break down this escape sequence here, right? He kills the Bebop, takes a lot of HP for it. A lot of HP for it. Goes down to, I believe, yeah, 1300 HP, 1200 HP. Gets Billy ulted, immediately takes a shit ton of damage. Pay attention to what he does here, because he does have the option of trying to get out towards their tower. But what he does is a very important concept of using your movement abilities towards your base, towards safety. Whether safety is, you know, height, your teammates, or your base. In this case, it's his teammates and base. So he grapples, mantles on this, and then immediately turns around. Even without having stamina, even with his stamina frozen by Kelvin, just immediately looks to get the grapple towards his team and manages to escape a scenario that probably was better off not living. Or not better off not living, but had no right living. Sorry, I don't know why the Bebop hand was stuck on him. And then he opts for Stamina Master here, plus Expansion. This is not something that I am building still on Lash when I'm playing Gun Lash, but it is a call, right? It is a call to say, I still get huge value from my ults. So, and here he's going to go max grapple. He's going to go max grapple. I've had conversations with him in the past about, oh, he thinks that max slam is still worth. He thinks probably max ult is right after max flog, but that stamina and air distance, man, you get so much value out of just hitting one grapple, man. One grapple is +1 stamina. It's very, very huge. And if you guys notice, whenever the urn spawns, he's on the urn side. Now, is this the right call to do this 100% of the time? No. Sometimes you have to look to trade urn pickup for a tower, for farm, for prio on the other side. Sometimes you have to look to trade. But he prioritizes urn every single time it spawns. Every single time it spawns. Right, so let's pay attention to how he takes this fight. He's a Lash with ult. He's a Lash with ult, but he's playing Gun Lash. He's not playing Spirit Lash. So Spirit Lash typically would drop the urn on the roof up here. Sit up here. And look for a wrap around this building and look for a big ult in order to just instantly win the fight. Even with just these two people here. Also, his teammate is getting gone on directly underneath him. Does he decide to drop the urn and fight, or does he prioritize the urn deposit over these things? Let's see how he takes it.
They took out Drifter.
Probably just going to look for slam here. How does he look to take the fight afterwards? Does he look to take the fight afterwards? No. No. Says bye-bye. Sure. Walker for urn's a fine trade. We're very happy with Walker for urn. See, I don't know if what he's doing is just pure muscle memory, but it does seem like he's valuing the damage from the flog in the Lash combo. And he's not using it for a... How do you say? For the reload. Unexpecting team versus a gigantic Lash ult. Oh my god, man. Yeah. And right... Even if you're playing gun, you can still hit baddie ult. You can still hit 5-man, 4-man ults, man. Amazingly played from Shires there, right? The movement, the recognizing him not chasing the Mina being worth, and just immediately coming over to the fight. Very, very well played from the Shires guy. Trying to grab her out of the sky. Unfortunate that it doesn't hit. They might still be able to secure the kill here. No grapples, though.
For everybody.
Amazingly played. Just wow. Just wow, man. Right, and at this point, he's barely even playing Gun Lash. It's going to be the Siphon buy. It's going to be the Bullet Resist Shredder buy. It's going to be the Crippling Headshot buy that we really start to see where the damage takes place. Okay, and he actually, I said it before, but no, he is opting to max the Ground Slam here. Him and I's values lie differently in this. I personally think that grapple is the correct max. Tank Buster plus Bullet Resist Shredder, sure. This Gun Lash build is very annoying to deal with, and he manages to heal and just... It's a mosquito, right? It's a mosquito. It's the Echo in Overwatch. It's the frickin' Human Torch pre-nerfs and Rivals, right? It's just like an insane amount of sustained damage that is impossible to hit, right? And this is also something that makes me question the expansion buy. I do think expansion on Lash is really good, but the reason that I might question the expansion buy here is just solely because we're slot locked now. We have 2 800 items that we don't plan on upgrading anytime soon. We don't want rapid recharge until we're like giga slot locked, until, you know, we have this one and we have an item there, we have this one and an item there, then we're like, okay, fine, I'll upgrade to rapid recharge. And the expansion upgrade, we don't really care about Flog expansion. Okay, my pen just does not want to work. We don't care about ground strike expansion, and Flog expansion does next to nothing for us. And same with the grapple expansion. It's literally just for the value on ult. So it's a very good value piece for 800, and we saw it in work with the 4-man ult, right? We saw exactly what expansion does when we took the 4-man ult. It's just, oh wow.
Owl's on cooldown.
Wow, what awesome movement, man. Like, sure, he has the cop out of a grapple and a cop out of a locket, but still, knowing the line and hitting the line is something that you have to respect in the Lash player. And look, this is the value that we get out of the expansion. I'm not questioning the expansion buy. I'm not questioning it, man. He's hit 4-man ult to 3-man ult back to back. Right. And now we have 3 bullets here. We have 3 bullets here. This is where, like, I'm questioning our Flog usage, but now we get it back. We get it back in time, and let's go back and watch this fight unfiltered, unedited, no pauses. Just observe. This is peak Lash gameplay, whether it's Gun Lash or Slam Lash. Just beautiful, man. Just beautiful. $700 damage from Flog plus a few shots. With just our gun spike plus bullet resist shred. By the way.
I'm coming, baby.
I see the enemy. Keep fighting, Infernus.
Gotta get the wave up here, probably. Okay, now they have 2 walkers. It's probably going to be the Siphon buy. If I had to guess, he's just going to go immediately to Secret Shop after picking up this urn. This is something that you'll see him do a lot. Let's actually go back and watch this. This is something that you'll see a lot of good Lash players do a lot. If the camera would ever catch up to him. Is... I don't know why the camera's so far now. Whatever. He opts to use the slam to get out. And that's just good recognizing what your abilities can do and what your cooldowns, like, what they're needed for. Because, you know, sure, he has max slam at this point, but realistically, yeah, guys, max slam's not going to be doing damage at this point in the game. Like, I think max slam is 100% the worst option for the abilities to max after Flog. If you notice, he doesn't really use the grapples that brutally. He's only really using them the same way you would on a regular Lash build. He's not using them strictly for the weapon damage. I think he could be using them more for just the weapon damage, right? Like, there in that room with that silver. Definitely could have been using them. Makes the mid call here. His team overextends just a little bit. So you know he's got to slide. You know he's got to slide. He's got to pull off.
You don't got what it takes.
Okay, he only hits 1 this time. And it's a Billy, unfortunately. But the Billy's gonna die for it. The Kelvin's gonna die for it. And they're gonna get the Walker and mid here. And this should be a very relatively easy conversion into a game win. his dad's back here.
Pull back. Let's go mid. You've got to learn to respect
I mean,
me.
at this point, he's fucking 10, 6, and 15, it looks like,
Alright,
behind that
Lash.
10-player kill streak.
A lot of jealous people are gonna
Just-
try to kill you.
Absolute masterclass. I think that's a little bit of a mistake. I don't mind it, but just getting rid of your 10 locket stacks just to get to the wave a little bit quicker feels a little bit bad to me. Just a tad bit bad.
Energize here.
1,000 damage in that short second, by the way. 1,000 damage.
There's no escaping me.
Not including Siphon Steel. Just 1,100 damage there. It's just an insane amount of damage. They made this gun a little bit too strong. Just a little bit. And he still has all of his utility that he had before. Slamming people out of the sky, blocking the lower fire rate, just living forever with 1,000 grapples, and not even just to mention gold.
You're outclassed.
I don't have the
Unfortunately,
luxury
the
of
Mina
mercy
doesn't die
today.
there, but can we go back and watch that? What an amazing play there. Look, just look at what this guy does every single time he presses the forward button. Every single time this guy presses ult, he's picking up 3, he's picking up 4, he's picking up all of the important targets. And look at the patience here. Most Lash players in this moment will see the 3 green circles. Right? Watch, he gets 3 green circles here. And they'll go, oh, I gotta throw them. They'll see their Paradox Bomb. They'll see the frickin' Paradox Wall. They'll see their Grey Talon Trap or whatever. Everything that's on the ground in front of them. But he hears the Mina ult and rips her out of the sky too, man. This is beautifully played from Ashires here. Straight into the Grey Talon Trap. Paradox Wall comes down. Silver dies. And, like, sure, the Mina gets out. But we were slowing Hex. We really couldn't chase. Just crazy. Just crazy. And you'll see he's using the slam to get out of situations about as much as he's using the slam to get into situations. Oh no, don't tell me it's not actually flawless. If he had a warp zone, he could have warp zone dash slam there. I don't know if he was really on cooldown or not. Okay, it was on cooldown. Oh, amazing GT trap. Unfortunately, the flog doesn't hit, but... Here's where we're going to see the crippling come out. And let me tell you guys, crippling does 2 things to our build. 1, okay, let's also... He's not opting for weighted shots this game. I think we need to have weighted shots, probably over expansion. Probably over expansion is what we want, weighted shots, but expansion has been putting in work for him. And listen, if I get into a call with him, I'm telling him to buy expansion 100% of the time. But if I'm going to call with you guys and I'm coaching you guys, I'm probably not going to be happy that you guys are buying expansion over weighted shots. But let's talk about what crippling is going to do for us here. Crippling is going to do 2 things. 1, all of the effects of crippling. But 2, what's actually really important, it's going to shoot us up to our 9.6k gun investment, which is nearly going to double our raw damage output. On top of shredding the enemies and applying anti-heal. I believe it applies anti-heal. Yes. So at this point, he is Thanos. This is where your build caps. This is where your build caps is this 37k mark, where you have Siphon, Crippling, Stam Mast, Tank Buster, Headhunter, right? These are like the core items of this Gunlash build, and this is the spike of the build. Is after this, let's go ahead and look at some of the options for items that we can buy after this. Glass Cannon, sure, it's funny and increases our weapon damage a lot. It's not that large of a spike for us anymore because we don't have this investment threshold to nearly double our output anymore. Then Lucky Shot, it's not that great. Silencer, it's also not that great. Why are Lucky Shot and Silencer not that great? Lucky Shot's not that great just because the item really isn't good right now. Silencer and Inhib, we'll talk about, Why are these ones not great? Because most M1 carries, most characters that are shooting their gun that want to buy inhibitor and silencer, one, they're buying ricochet to, you know, spread this effect to everybody else. And two, we're not sticking onto the same target for more than 3 seconds or so, right? We don't want to stay onto the same target for a very long time. So inhib damage penalty really does nothing for us. The healing reduction also doesn't do much because we have crippling, we have siphon, right? The healing reduction doesn't actually add that much to our build. And then the same thing with silencer. Sure, it's good utility. Sure, the spirit resist is good, but it's just the effect doesn't directly affect the way that our character is played into 1v1s. And that is mostly what we are going to be doing, right? We're not buying ricochet. We're not spreading all these debuffs. We are looking to take the 1v1s. So at this point, I like to start to buy Lash items at this point. This is where I would pick up Greater Expansion. This is where I would pick up Divine Barrier, Unstoppable, even, you know, our defensives like our Spellbreakers, our Witchmails even. Witchmail can be really good with Grapple. It's actually... It's copy. It's copy. Witchmail Grapple is actually kind of insane. And we don't need Lifesteal. We don't need Lifesteal. We don't need Vamp Burst or Leech here because all of our healing comes from our Flog, which at this point is doing 230 damage and an additional, what, 300 to 400 damage. So we're healing, you know, close to 500 damage on nearly every single Flog. If we're only hitting, one person, and if we're only hitting one person, we're probably not using the Flog great. But yeah, so this is really like where we start to, we don't really want to upgrade to Merc Mag. Boundless, Spirit Burn, they're not really great here, right? We already have our anti-heal from crippling. E-Shift is like something that we can questionably pick up. It's a good item right now, but maybe Tran cooldown or things that we can spike with. Maybe Echo Shard Flog, if we've looked into that at all. But the gun items themselves that you would normally build after having these items on most gun characters do not actually increase our damage output or give us enough utility for our character to warrant buying. And look, this is how much high elo values the urn. They're down 40k, and as a last-ditch effort, they are 5-stacking the urn. As a last-ditch effort. It is their only way back into this game, is trying to force a fight while this Abrams is down, and we are looking to try to get a little bit of something. Right? If they're in a 5v5, a 5v4 even, they're very happy, but it doesn't look like it goes too great for them here. 5-man! Oh, dude! Oh my god, Shires. Oh my god. Your gun lash, man. Your gun lash. Okay. 5-man ult was huge. Absolutely huge. Let's talk about something very important. If he had max death slam here, if he went with the OC's build path of going max flog, max grapple, max slam, with only 1 point in ground slam, he has 4 points left over right now. Instead of putting the 2 points here, he would have had max death slam. So he could have absolutely went crazy there. Absolutely went crazy there with the stun instead of just immediately getting a dome. Probably looking for a Warpstone melee there. Pops the locket. He's going to run down the silver. You can't outmove the Lash with infinite grapples and locket and Warpstone. And that's the game, right? That's the game, guys.
Talon is ventilating
Just absolutely masterfully played. So now, what did I learn from this? I learned, I think a decent amount. I think I don't value expansion high enough. I think I'm using my grapples to whatever the opposite of frugal is. I'm using my grapples too nonchalantly, just using them to get damage increase, whereas he's saving them for most Lash levels. He still uses his
I'm
one
better than
grapple
all of you.
very aggressively for the weapon damage, and then saves the next two like he's just playing Lash. The flog, I think, flogging for your full burst damage combo is really good, especially to apply the bullet resist shredder early if you're not slamming somebody. What else did I learn? What else did I learn? I don't know. What an absolutely insane
God, I
played
love
game from
being the
Shires
best.
there. 4-man ult, 4-man ult, 3-man ult, 5-man ult. Like, just insane. Let's look at the scoreboard here. 50,000 damage in a 31-minute game. And let's go ahead and look at his damage dealt by type here onto the Lash. So, okay, his ground strike actually does do a lot of damage. His ground strike does do a lot of damage, even without the Boundless and even without the Spirit Burn buys. He does get value from that, but I think the amount of damage that he would have gotten just from investing into the crippling earlier would have been insanely good for him. So, I mean, he does a ton of damage with his gun. 18% headhunter, or sorry, 18% gun damage, 9% headhunter, 6% gun damage, 5% siphon. Like, that's over 35% of his damage, right? It's just a very large number of damage. And wow, just overall, very well played game from Shires. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I already know what I'm going to title this video. It's going to be Rank 1 Meta Slave. So it's gonna be pretty funny. I didn't tell him that I'm recording this, so I'm sorry, Shires. I don't mean to scrutinize your gameplay, but it's for me more than it is for you. You are an amazing player, bro. Just keep doing what you're doing, and hopefully Slam Lash will be playable soon, bro. Hopefully Slam Lash will be playable soon. But anyways, guys, thank you for staying to the end. I actually have 2 very sick videos coming out, both to do with the new movement maps. So if you're interested in that, let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe while you're here. Give me a big thumbs up. And, you know, check out the Twitch. I do coaching streams every so often. I haven't been on it as much, but I will be. I've been kind of focusing more on the content grind than the Twitch stream grind. Also, I'm really not having that much fun playing the game. I more prefer to just play with friends and stuff right now than actually grind the ladder. But I'm here to impart my wisdom onto you guys. And if you're here to learn, just keep on rocking. Keep coming back, and I got some cool stuff coming out. So, thank you guys once again. Peace.